Welcome back, and we begin from the nation's capital, where the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. George Akume, has given the assurance that the report of the Tripartite Committee on the new minimum wage will be presented to the President for appropriate action. Mr. Akume said this when he received the committee's report in Abuja on Monday. A statement from the office of the SGF explains that the formal presentation of the report will be made to President Bola Tinubu when the leadership of organized labor, as well as representatives of government and organized private sector, return to the country. They are set to be currently in Geneva, Switzerland for the ongoing International Labour Organization conference. And very quickly, let's head to the courts now. River State, to be precise, where the State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has affirmed Martin Amaewhule and 26 other members of the River State House of Assembly as members of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The judgment given by Justice Okogbule Basam of the State High Court Division held that the claimants, Hyacinth Wam Amadi, Tonye Datoye, and 2 others had prayed the court to declare their seats vacant, having defected from the PDP to the APC. In his judgment, however, Basam ruled that the claimants failed to produce any concrete evidence proving the defendants had actually defected to the APC. He further held that the verbal comments, television ceremonies and public declarations do not constitute membership, and that the failure of the claimants to produce membership cards, defection letters and party register shows that they are still members of the PDP.
The case was about challenging the seat of the members of the State House of Assembly, led by the Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Martins Chike Amaewhule. The claimant has sought the relief of the court to declare their seats vacant. And of course, with what happened in court today, it's quite obvious they are unable to prove that indeed they have defected from PDP and has joined the APC. It's an issue of hard facts and of course the law. You don't just imagine defection and assume that it has occurred. It's something that must be predicated in law. And of course, you must be seen to have proved that. I'm sure that some of you, or most of you, are in court. The court clearly stated that Right Honorable Martins Chike Amaewhule remains the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, as well as other members are quiet and remain members of the State House of Assembly, and their laws, the laws that are passed are legitimate, and the state government is bound to obey the laws passed by these honorable members.
Meanwhile, the River State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General, Mr. Dagogo Ibiri-Boroma, has refuted claims that a high court in Port Harcourt affirmed Martin Amaewhule and 26 others as members of the River State House of Assembly and the People's Democratic Party. At a press briefing in Port Harcourt, the senior advocate of Nigeria clarified that the suit did not seek to declare their seats vacant. He explained that the case was dismissed due to lack of locus standi and jurisdiction, as well as abuse of court process, which robbed the trial court of the jurisdiction to adjudicate on the matter.
There is the misleading news circulating in social media, print and electronic media, that Martin Amaewhule and 26 others are members of the People's Democratic Party and the River State House of Assembly. As you all know, Martin Amaewhule and 26 others defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress on the 11th day of December 2023, and stated that much in affidavit evidence deposed to by Martin Amaewhule for himself and on behalf of 26 others in suit number FHC ABJ 1681 CS of the year 2023 before Honorable Justice Donatus Okorowo of the Federal High Court Abuja Division. That suit is still pending in court. By section 2723 of the Constitution of Federal Parliament as amended, it is only the Federal High Court that can determine whether Martin Amaewhule and 26 others are still members of the People's Democratic Party and also members of the River State House of Assembly.
And to security matters now in Katsina State, to be precise, where at least 26 people have been killed and 2 others wounded in fresh attacks by bandits on Gidan Tofa and Dang Nakwabo communities in Kankara local government area of the state. The bandits and their numbers, armed with dangerous weapons, were said to have attacked the 2 villages yesterday, and that would be Sunday, June the 9th. During the attacks that lasted for hours, the bandits were said to have shot and killed 20 people, injured 2 others, and ambushed an armored personnel carrier attached to the police patrol team. Responding to the distress call, they killed 4 police officers and 2 members of the Katsina State Community Watch Corps. Spokesman of the Katsina State Police Command, ASP Abubakar Sadiq, explains in a statement that the command is working with all relevant stakeholders in the state to beef up security in the areas. And staying with security matters, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun, is again assuring officers and men of the force of improved welfare aimed at enhancing policing duties in the country. Speaking in Abuja shortly before presenting checks of over 2.5 billion naira to families of deceased personnel, Mr. Egbetokun says the welfare of police personnel, living or dead, remains paramount to his administration. The IGP adds that he remains committed to providing enhanced welfare packages for all members of the police family, in addition to creating an environment where every policeman feels valued, protected, and well motivated for effective service to Nigeria. Meanwhile, the president has appointed retired Deputy Inspector General Hashimu Argungu as the chairman of the Police Service Commission. In a statement, the special advisor to the president on media, Mr. Ajuri Ngelale, explained that the president has also approved the appointment of Chief Onyemuche Namani as secretary and Deputy Inspector General Taiwo Lakano, retired, as member of the commission. The appointments are subject to confirmation by the Senate, even as other members of the PSC are to be appointed in due course. The president also approved the appointment of Mr. Mohammed Shaidu as the executive secretary of the Nigeria Police Trust Fund, MPTF, with immediate effect. And here in Lagos, governors of states in the southwest zone on Monday reaffirmed their support for the establishment of state police in the country, just as they condemned the agitation for the creation of Yoruba Nation. This was part of the resolutions that they reached at their meeting at the Lagos House, Alausa, Ikeja, where Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State was elected chairman of the forum. Presenting the communique on behalf of the forum, Governor Sanwo-Olu also expressed the forum's support for the ongoing negotiation for the new minimum wage.
The forum commends the relative peace we currently enjoy within our southwest region and notes the collaborative efforts of all security agencies, including Amotekun Corps, and we reaffirm our support for the creation of state police. On food security, the forum acknowledged the efforts of the federal government and decides that our various honorable commissioners for agric at all of our states should begin to meet and set up a working template which will encourage collaboration based on each state's comparative advantage in the agricultural value chain. The forum supports the efforts of the federal government, the Nigerian Governors Forum, and the organized private sector on their ongoing conversations with the Nigerian Labour Union. The forum believes that the outcome will reflect a true fiscal federalism that we all preach. The forum also encourages the federal government's effort on mineral resource exploitation. There should be a further collaboration between the federal government and states, especially in areas of granting of leases to various investors. The forum condemns in strong terms the group of people agitating for the Yoruba nation.
And outside our shores, the presidency in Malawi is reporting that an aircraft carrying the country's vice president, Mr. Saulos Chilima, and 9 others has gone missing. The Malawi Defense Force aircraft went off the radar after it left the capital, Lilongwe, on Monday morning. It added the plane was supposed to land at Mzuzu International Airport in the country's north just after 10 a.m. local time. In a speech late on Monday, President Lazarus Chakwera said a search and rescue operation was continuing. Mr. Chakwera earlier cancelled his flight to the Bahamas, which was scheduled for Monday evening. And here's a sad one. The Super Eagles, for the first time on Monday, were lost to Benin Republic in a scoreline that is 2-1, leaving Nigeria's World Cup qualification on the line. The Super Eagles came into the game needing a win after drawing South Africa some days back. While the game started on a good note for the Nigerians, they had to wait 25 minutes before taking the lead. Raphael Onyedika of Club Brugge coolly just inside the box, but unfazed, the Cheetahs of Benin, coached by former Nigerian Jaffa Genot-Raw, leveled proceedings in the 37th minute from Jode Deso after a defensive error from the Super Eagles. And many Nigerians are not happy after that loss to the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. But of course, Nigeria will recover from it. And I'm sure that forms much of the talking points that fill your minds right now.